Hey there people, it's Monday afternoon. I have a big problem happening right now. Not sure what the hell's going on, but there's something in my throat and I've been having problems talking. Started with yesterday morning, waking up with that sore throat and not feeling too awesome. And then going to the pumpkin patch and then coming out of the pumpkin patch and then coming home and sleeping all day. Yep, think I might have an infection or something. So I'm going to take a tour over to the doctor's, get checked out, and see what the hell's going on. So without further ado, welcome to my vlog. I decided to take the G6 Frig. Yeah, it feels like I have like a phlegm lock in my throat. It's driving me nuts. Tried my inhaler, tried some lozenges, whatever it is. Probably a throat infection, maybe strep throat or something. I'm gonna go to doc and see if he can friggin' prescribe me like antibiotics or figure out what the hell it is and extract it or something. If he sends me off to emerge, looks like my vacation's gonna be longer and this video won't be going up, but let's go anyway. Alrighty, well I just got some chest x-rays done and other things. When I went to doc's, he looked me over and said it looks like strep throat, so never had that before, so that's interesting. Didn't realize that would make you cough up blood, but whatever. So he prescribed me some antibiotics and some other pills and stuff, and I put that order in. Then he told me to come over here and get a chest x-ray done, so I had that done. And now I'm gonna go back, pick up my prescript and head home. I've already called in sick to work because, let's just say, talking on the vlog today is hard enough. I couldn't imagine talking on the phone to customers who just don't want to friggin' listen. So anyway, let's go pick up the drugs. And before anybody blames vaping for the reason why I have strep throat, you're wrong. I talked to the doc about that and I asked him, and he goes, no, he goes, that wouldn't cause that. He goes, maybe the fact that you quit smoking and your lungs have been pushing all that junk up might have caused it, but it's highly unlikely. He goes, somebody you know, somebody you've been in contact with has strep, and because in its initial stages, like right now it's highly contagious, or yesterday it was highly contagious, I can't remember, but basically he said I was in contact with somebody with the disease and that's how I got the disease. So a little bit of antibiotics and life will be good. So let's go pick up some antibiotics and hopefully have a good life. So let's do that. Alrighty, well I'm finally home, got my pills and things, and also got a package in the mail, right on. Now doc said I have to eat something with those pills before I take them, so I went and bought one of those $5 pizzas over at Little Caesars. So, frig it, I'll fire this in my throat, hopefully I can swallow it, and take those pills. Now he said in 2 to 3 days I'll probably feel good. He goes, but make sure to do the pills every day for 5 days to make sure that you get the best out of them. Of course, buddy at the pharmacy's like, just go to Horton's, get yourself a muffin, drive it in your face, and you'll be good to go. And then take your pill. And I was like, yeah. The way I see it is, I haven't eaten anything all day. It's almost supper time. It's currently 3:30. I should be on route to work, but I texted in sick. I told him I wasn't coming in today because, for sakes, this thing hurts. And it sucks to talk right now. I don't even know why I'm vlogging, to be honest. Frig it. Jules wanted me to go to the hospital. There's no friggin' way in hell I was going to the hospital. Instead, I just went into my doctor, and he was doing flu shots today, and I'm like, listen, I know he's busy with flu shots and things, but I just want to get checked out because I'm really worried right now and I don't want to go to emerge and blah blah blah. So he saw me right away and looked down my throat and said, yep, you got streps, bud, you got to put you on the pill. I was like, right on. So here we go, it's pill time. Holy shit, could they make these pills any bigger? Oh my god. Well, that's what they're called, Biaxin XL 500 milligrams, and I gotta take 1 gram a day. Son of a bitch. Yeah, take 2 tablets daily. Freaking awesome. Well, I haven't been doing too much today. Just like yesterday. Well, we went to the Leisure Farms yesterday and stuff. I should be at work, but my throat feels a lot better though since earlier today, like when I first got up. So that's a bonus. Still got some freaking blood coming out and stuff, but they told me this is going to take a bit for it to cure. And he said by tomorrow I should feel fine. And I can see that happening now that my throat isn't feeling as bad as it did. So that's a bonus. Been drinking a lot of water, and I had myself another peppermint tea because that seems to break up stuff in my throat, which is good. I just frigged over the rest of that pizza, which is good. And I don't know if it's raining outside right now or not. I'm just gonna throw this pizza box in the recycling box and go from there. But it was funny, when I was at the doctor's office, he saw I had my CE6 with the Ego C battery. We'll go outside? Hey, go outside? Look for potties. But I had the Ego C with the CE6 battery around my neck, and the doc's like, I gotta ask, that's the weirdest necklace I've ever seen in my life. Like, what the hell is that? So I told him, it's a e-cigarette, electronic vaporizing cigarette. Explained it all to him, and I said, this is the one I take when I travel. Oh, text message. But, so I showed it to him, showed him how, he's like, go ahead. He goes, give it a hoot right now. I said, well, just to let you know, there is nicotine in this. He goes, really? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh. So I gave it a hoot, and he goes, do you mind if I try it? I'm like, I told you there's nicotine in it, right? And he goes, yeah. He goes, but I'm a smoker, so that's fine. And he took a hoot, and he went, whoa. He's like, this is awesome. He's like, can I have another one? I'm like, yeah, okay. So he has another one. He's like, where'd you get this? So I gave him the website where I ordered the new one, the EVOD VV with the Pro Tank Mini. So showed him all that stuff. So he wrote the site down, and then his as I was leaving, he tells his secretary, he's like, hey, check out this thing that Adam has here. So I showed her, gave her the whole rundown, and she was all like, and it's worked? And I'm like, hey, I haven't had a smoke since last Saturday, not the Saturday past, but Saturday before that. So it's been a week and 2 days since my last smoke. She's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't quit cold turkey, I just replaced it with this, and it works awesome. So she was all like, wow, okay, that's perfect. So they're probably jumping on board, plus a whole bunch of people in the waiting room were like, really, that actually works and things? Oh my god, like, what is it? And exactly, and I explained it all to them and stuff, and it was pretty awesome. So, needless to say, maybe I converted at least 2 people over today. And tonight I'm getting text messages from Cat Piss. He's all asking me about what's the best kind of vaporizer to buy. And the problem is there's no real best kind of vaporizer. You can buy, like, the kit that I got today, which, you know what, let me show you guys this one. It's pretty neat. I did a Northern Tech video on it. No, the Northern Tech is not becoming a vaping channel. But I did a Northern Tech video on it. I basically took it out of the box, assembled it, filled it up with juice, and took a hit. And this is the one here. Well, you guys are probably thinking that's my old one. Here's the one I got when I was in Blokes. This is the one that Bloke set me up with on my first day down there. This is the Ego C with the CE6 2.4 mil tank. Not too bad. It's not even turned on. So it's not too bad. It vapes pretty good. That Killer Vanilla is something else. And here's the new one. This is the EVOD VV, variable voltage. And what it is you can see on the bottom there, that there's numbers and there's a dot. Well, you turn this part here, you can turn it and adjust your voltage. So you can give more burn, less burn, whatever you want. And on the top of this guy here is a tank. I got water Malo in there. And what you do there is you just fill it up to where you want it. This is the bottom coil clearomizer by Kangertech. So it's called the Pro Tank Mini, and it's got the button on it to vape with, you know. So this one here does a real good job. You know, for what it is, I find it really, like, I only paid 23 bucks for the battery, 6 bucks for the lid, and I'm just using my own e-snot. Then, of course, this Big Daddy Cool here, the Kranger friggin' Pro Tank on the top with the Vamo V3, but I'm considering that it might be a V4 because I saw a review on the V4 and it does everything my V3 does, right down to the friggin' screen. Like, when you turn it off, it's an OLED screen, and then you turn it on, come on, you know, it does everything the same. And it hits like a friggin' Buick too. So right now, what I have going on is this one here. Probably gonna use it when I'm gaming and stuff. This is still gonna be my Traveler. That Killer Vanilla, by the way, the best e-snot I've ever bought. I love that kind. And then this Big Daddy Cool here will sit on my desk, and I'll use that there for just sitting here working on YouTube, chatting with people, vaping away. And I asked Doc today, I'm like, could this have caused my strep throat? And he went, no. He goes, Adam, the strep throat you have is caused by something else. He goes, either contact with somebody who had it. He goes, what'd you do in the past couple days? And I said, well, I was fine yesterday morning when I woke up, and then we went to the farm, the Leisure Farms. So right there, he was like, well, you had a lot of exposure with other people. Somebody there could have been infected and infected you. It's like, were you wearing a jacket? And I was like, yeah, no, I didn't have a coat on yesterday. And it wasn't exactly the warmest day, it wasn't exactly the coldest day, but I didn't have a coat on, so not a good thing. And he's like, well, right there, you let your body temperature get low, and basically your immune system was weak, and you picked it on. He goes, also with this quitting smoking, because your lungs are bringing up a lot of junk. A lot of junk, like a lot of hazardous materials and stuff. So, you know, if you don't get it out of your mouth and spit it out right away, and you let it fester in there, well, it's going to work its way into the pores and stuff, and work its way into glands, and then you're going to get infected glands and things. He goes, you're going to be at risk like this for a while. Like right now I'm able to talk pretty good, and it's not irritating me like this morning. Like this morning I was talking and it felt like there was like a ball of phlegm in the back of my throat closing over top of the flapper thing that lets you talk. So I'd be like, okay, go, you know, and I don't have that problem now. So obviously that penicillin is working, but let me tell you, those were freaking hard to swallow. Holy shit. They're like the size of Twinkies. He said it couldn't have been the e-vape that caused it. He goes, just a coincidence that you're vaping now, not smoking, and that's how you got sick. And that you got sick. He goes, it has nothing to do with the vape. He goes, don't let anybody tell you different. It's not that. He's like, but he's planning on buying into the kit. Cat Piss is thinking about buying into the kit. Adrian, ADGE0042, he ordered a kit. He's got 2 EVODs coming in with 1.6 mil tanks. So basically he's got this coming in, minus the variable voltage guy, but you don't really need it. Like honestly, once you set it, you forget it, you know? If you're going to run the same snot in there at all times, you really don't need to mess with the voltage unless you change your canister, or you run a darker blend and you want to burn it harder. But this Watermelon burns perfectly at 3.5 volts all day long. Oh. Oh, vapor. Nah. But I'm really happy with this thing here. This is pretty cool. I might even bring this to work with me, maybe. I don't know. But I'm happy with it. And, you know, they work great. I'm really happy with them. And, you know, I haven't even had a craving for a cigarette in forever. And that's what I was hoping he was going to say. You got to get off the vapor because it's killing your lungs. And meanwhile, he did a lung test where he puts his little friggin' stethoscope thing in. And he puts it on your back and you breathe in. I'm like, breathe out. You know, and I'm like really breathing the air in. He goes, holy crap. And I'm like, what? And he goes, you've never been able to do that. Because at least for the past 6 years that you've been here, you have never been able to breathe that deep and exhale and not choke. And I said, well, yeah, I'm not on the cigarettes anymore, bud. And he's like, that's impressive, because he can't do that because he smokes a pack a day. And I told him, I said, listen, if you're going to get on the e-cigarettes, pack a day, all you need is 18 milligrams of nicotine in it, and then you can slowly wean yourself down to be no longer nicotine dependent. But just because you wean yourself down to 0 nicotine doesn't mean you don't have to quit vaping if you enjoy it. You can definitely buy a 0 milligram nicotine vape and totally vape that all day long for funsies. You know, just tame her down, bring her from 18 down to 14, 14 down to 8, 8 down to 4, and then 4 down to 0. I might do that. You never know. But yeah, it's definitely quite the hobby. Like a lot of you said, you spend a lot of money because you end up wanting to try different things. Like I wanted to try this variable voltage guy, and I'm glad I did because it's freaking awesome. Like this thing here throws vape like, frig sakes. There, that's better. This thing throws vape like you wouldn't believe. I like it a little bit more than my big Vamo V3 or V4 or whatever the fuck that thing is. I personally do like it a lot more than that thing, and it hits awesomer. So it's all in what you like. And the best part is now I won't have my beard and my mustache smelling like friggin' cigarettes, you know? And I feel like I have a lot more lung capacity to do things. Well, not today because I'm feeling pretty shitty today, but tomorrow I'll have a lot more lung capacity to do things. But it wasn't the vape that got me sick, just so you know. Anyway, people, it's about 10 o'clock at night, give or take, and I think I'm going to shut the vlog down here, get myself heavily medicated, and pass out. And then wake up tomorrow, and hopefully I'm feeling better enough to go into work and actually put in some time. So that'd be friggin' awesome if I am, hopefully, because, yeah, that's pretty dicked. So on that note, if you liked today's video, click that like button. Questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.